Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Channel Messages, and my name is Kim, for those of you who do not know. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yes, it's Tuesday. And I did not do Channel Messages like I usually do on Monday because I needed some space from that. I did, however, pull some cards for the week ahead, so go check that out if you haven't. It's going to be an intense week for the collective. I did not expect that. I mean, I felt, but I didn't expect those cards to come out, so because I was kind of winging it. So go check that out if you haven't. Thank you for new subscribers. There's so many. Apparently, I was mentioned on Linda G, the Kamachi Psychic, on her channel. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Welcome to any newcomers. I hope you like what I can offer. I hope you do. I always welcome new people. I think this is a great community. I'm very grateful for your kind words, everyone, and your support and the compassion and respect you show each other. I greatly appreciate that. Okay, so today I'm going to channel my spirit guide, Edgar Casey, and talk about a few things. I have an idea of what I want to ask him, but at the same time also kind of winging it, okay? Which is okay. It's fine. I'm also going to channel. I was thinking about who I wanted to channel today. Who else I wanted to channel besides Edgar. And I want to channel one of the African goddesses. I never channeled her, Mother Yemaya. Never channeled her before. I was going to do someone else that I had channeled a long time ago, but I changed my mind after seeing her, after doing some research. So I don't think I channel her. I don't remember ever channeling her. I feel like I would remember. It would stick out. So yes, I channeled her. I will channel her rather. I was going to do Nana Baluku, the primordial grandmother creator of everything. And I was going to channel her. I did channel her before, and she's one of my favorite people that or goddesses that I've channeled because it was like speaking to the universe. So I'm going to channel her again soon. Okay, so there's a lot going on this week. It continues. We're only on Tuesday. I'm sure you guys have been taking peeks at the news. Maybe some of you have even been over consuming. As I always do, caution against it. I do not advise doing that. Take breaks, take care of yourselves, focus on healing. As we are faced in these situations that are terrible for many. Okay, so anyway, I have been speaking a lot about Donald Trump and his moving on from the physical world. If you didn't, go check out my last channel message video where I talk a lot about that and ask some questions, because about 2 weeks back, week and a half, 2 weeks back, I got a sudden clear message about that. Suddenly, as I was sitting on my bed, suddenly started. It was a week ago actually. after I came back from my vacation last week. And I was like, why did that happen? Why, this sudden knowing of, and I was told, oh, his energy field is weakening quite a lot. And then I spoke to my spirit guides and things like that. And it just the feeling became more stronger. And then after I did channel messages Thursday, I can't remember. My days all flow together, but I saw the article of the diagnosis they shared, and I was like, something's wrong. And right after I did the channel messages. But anyway, I'm just recapping things for those of you who may not know. Okay, I did have a dream months ago about his funeral, and I heard it was a newscaster speaking, saying President Trump's funeral. This was before he was inaugurated, and I woke up and I was like, that's weird. What do they mean by that? And that was the same day Jimmy Carter died, and I just kind of was like, oh, that's probably what it was. Because sometimes that's what my premonition does. That's what they do. Sometimes, very rarely, but it does happen where I'm dreaming about something or someone, but it's actually about someone else. But I knew it was a premonition. Typically my premonitions happen immediately after. It happened with 9/11 when I was just a teenager. I dreamed of explosions as I was falling asleep. And then 9/11 happened the next day. The airplane crashing in Queens, I had a dream. I had a dream that an airplane crashed right in front of our house. It was a fiery mess. And that next day, the same day actually, or the next day rather, the plane crash happened. So there's many other instances where that's how when the energy is very strong, and something is surefire to not change, I dream it very intensely. That's how I knew I was going to get sick. There's so many instances. So anyway, I'm babbling. I'm babbling. But I'm saying all this to say because I would get, when I first started this after the election, and I felt compelled to fully integrate into my gifts, people would ask me about his health, and I didn't care to talk about it because I didn't see anything about his health. He was unwell. I saw that, and he has some neurological issues. Saw that, but it wasn't anything like, oh, he's about to go, so I really didn't pay too much. I didn't put too much energy into. I would do readings here and there, but now it's very strong, and I understood this the first time he got into the position of being the president, especially around 2020, and I saw the effects his essence, as I've now begun to call it, has had on people who support him, people who don't. I've seen his presence, his essence, how it sort of rocks and shifts things into some darkness. I don't know. And some things aren't good. Let's put it that way. I see it. I've seen it, and I saw it fading off when he lost the presidency. I saw it dissipate, and it's not to say it in a naive way that he controls people, and people make their own that's free will, they make their own choices, but he is something about his essence that is the catalyst for increasing these behaviors in the world, in our country alone, globally. He has power. There's an essence of him that is the catalyst that invigorates that energy that causes people to behave in the way that they do. And it's intense and it's a lot. So when the random, I call it message, download came to me about, oh, he's leaving soon, randomly sitting on my bed, and I said it out loud. That's how I know that something is, whenever I say it, whenever I say a prediction out loud by myself, it's coming, it's happening. And so this, I feel as though even, with him going, we'll still have problems. It's going to be very chaotic, but things are going to, start coming to the surface, because he'll be gone. And that's sort of essentially what happened when he was gone the first time. He's still here, but the power and attention was fading from him because he was not around. He wasn't, the quote unquote leader of the free world, quote unquote. Okay. So, with his essence gone, I do see changes pretty intensely. And but wherever we end up, things will be different. Things will be chaotic. And those are the messages that I begun to understand. And what I said a few weeks ago when I was like, this month will be chaotic, but I sort of welcome not chaos in the way that people suffer, chaos for them. Things are too normalized. Now I could feel it breaking apart. This sort of normalizing that people have been doing with this. Even people who don't agree, there's been this level of, oh, okay, this is what happens. The Republicans get in power, they ruin everyone's lives, and then it switches over every the next 4 years. No, that can't be anymore. It's not. That's not where we are in this situation. We are above that now, or below it rather. So chaos has to ensue, so some people could see like, oh wow, this is really bad. Because honestly, I think, well, anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, I'm not speaking in code. I'm serious. But I feel like this sort of, everyone's going to work. This terribleness is happening here, and people are just like living their lives, sort of. That needs to be, people have to sort of, it's not everyone, obviously. People have to snap out of what is going on around them. And I feel like some people haven't. And so that's what I see this week as well. People just sort of like, this doesn't affect me. It literally directly affects you. It affects you. It doesn't matter if you were born here. So those are the kind of things that I'm seeing, and making the connection that this, being told this and looking at, paying more attention to, it's, again, I'm not like Death Watch. It's not like the Pope or, it's just sort of like his essence fading is very significant, because it affects people. And I don't know how to explain it. It just, we have been dealing with this person for decades. Decades and decades and decades, and he's been normalized and accepted and viewed as a celebrity, and given unimaginable power twice. Even in the second time over, it was clear he should not. It's just, so here we are, and I'm beginning to understand he will not go voluntarily. The universe will decide that it's his time to pass on, as with everyone. And the essence has to fade. In order for real work to be done, for people to snap out of whatever it is they are snapped into. And this is not me preaching. This is just what I'm understanding. Okay. I've been talking for 15 minutes. But this is just what I'm beginning to understand. Yes, there's a lot of Donald Trumps out there. There's no one like him at the same time. You know what I mean? Like my guides told me, he's been given this power to use, and he hasn't been using it as he should have. And he has been given numerous opportunities for change, and those opportunities have run out, So here we are. Edgar did say, 3 months at the least, 6 months at the most. We'll see. And again, but it's coming. And when it comes, it's going to be crazy time. Okay. And where he ends up, that's not my business. It's not my business to wonder, to be curious about, to say, I do not know. Okay. Let's start. Let me light this candle. I have to buy more candles because this is the last candle I have. It's in the trenches at this point. Okay? I have to remember. So I'm going to channel excuse me. I'm going to channel Edgar. I'm going to do the invocation. Okay. Let me take a deep breath first because I was talking. Okay. Whew. Okay. Edgar Casey, seer of spirit and soul, I call on your wisdom in the light and truth. Guide me with clarity and compassion as I seek insight into the timelines unfolding and the deeper lessons shaping our world. May your words be clear, your presence gentle, and all that comes serves the highest good. He just comes on in. I appreciate he just lets me, I don't have to do an invocation, but he likes it. So he lets me. Not to say no one else lets me, but he said, "Hello, Kimberly, what do you have for me today?" Like he doesn't know. I actually don't know. Where do I start? I could start with the premonition that I had in the dream. He said, yes, it was a premonition. He said, you are close to something. That's how he's talking. He said he is at his end. I asked him, did he show me that? He said it was not him. It was my other guides. He said, you have been neglecting them. Okay. I have not. He said, he said, no, you have not. He said they share messages with you through me because we seem to have the clearest connection. Interesting. He said they share messages with you. This is just what's happening, right? The conversation we're having, I'm just sharing it with you. He said they share messages with you daily. And they come through me as well because you seem to understand me the most. That's true. Okay. Okay. He's saying more, but that's for me. Do you see, I'm going to ask, do you see how this would happen? The first time, as he said, that recent message I received wasn't directly from him. It was from my other guides. And the first time it was like a freak accident, an accident. He said an accident, and I keep seeing something. And he's saying there's no vitality enough to keep him around in his body physically. It said someone younger, perhaps, but not him. Okay. Still the same timeline. He's saying we want you to be sure. That's why this feeling keeps intensifying for you. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I have a question. I want to ask: will a third party or independent movement rise as a spiritually necessary correction to the current two-party system? Yes. And I asked, will it be the America Party? And he said no. It will not be that. He's saying in 5 years, and it will be a combination of. He's using the phrase those on the outskirts. Excuse me. A bipartisan group of people coming together. I was told this before. Who was I told this before? I channeled someone. Johnson. He was the first African American senator after the Civil War. He fought in the Civil War, and his name eludes me. I think it's Johnson. He said something very similar. He said the exact same thing. Either Johnson or Jackson. It's my memory with names, guys. Terrible. It's my ADHD. Okay. Alright, so people from a bipartisan group in 5 years. It will take shape in a way no one expects. It will be from he's saying it will be from 3 groups, meaning 3 parties. It will gain traction. He's saying at first no one will take it seriously, take the group seriously. It's got to be difficult to leave your party, though. I wonder how that will work. It can't be that difficult, right? People do it all the time. Jump parties. It's saying it will gain traction. It's a woman. It will gain traction because of its leader. It'll be a woman. I can't see who it is. It's like a shadow. I can't see who it is. But the media, what he's saying, let me listen first before talking. The media will begin to give them attention in a way no one expects. He's saying mainly social media. He's saying a lot of things. He's saying they will, first he said they will gain a lot of donations. And then he's saying it will be a group, it will be a bipartisan group that will gain traction because of what they offer to the public, to constituents. It's like a meeting in the middle, and they will be compassionate and he's saying the caveat is the power of the other two parties, the Democrats and Republicans, is the caveat there, because it will be difficult. It will be difficult for them, for this new party. He's saying it will be a fight, and he's saying things will be. This will shake the government. This is crazy. And also low-key kind of exciting. He's saying like this will force, part of this is it will reshape the government in a way. He said, yes, this is, because I'm saying to him, this has happened before. And he said, yes, this has happened before. And he's emphasizing something has to happen first before this happens. Almost like it's a potential that it couldn't happen. And he's saying, but it's more likely to happen. So what is the thing that has to happen first before this happens? I hear the word expulsion. 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 And he's showing me an image of Mike Johnson, who I read on so long ago, and did I channel him or did I read his energy? I channeled him months and months ago, and his energy is so, just as an observation, flimsy, just flimsy, his energy. Weak. Expulsion. Are you telling me he would have to, there's something about him that has to go? He's saying yes. That Mike Johnson represents something. And I honestly feel like in the energy that what I'm being shown is like, holding on to something, an old way that doesn't work anymore. Like for dear life is like what I feel in the energy, that has to stop. That has to, you know, it has to go. And he's saying as many others, but there's something about, it's something about him in particular that upholds this. You the last time I channeled, not the last time, words. When I asked about the midterms, and you said it might not happen. Was that during the Q&A? I do so many things, you guys are the ones who remind me. But I'm asking about the midterms. That's what I'm asking you. Will they happen? He's saying yes and no. He said yes and no. He said yes, they will happen, but there'll be some challenges, some discrepancies. Again. He said it will be a chaotic mess. August, September, October. Who will it be a chaotic mess for? He's saying the American people. That's what he's saying. For the American people. Why would it be? I could feel what he's saying, but he's showing me multiple things that I can't really grasp onto. But I feel a loss of total control by the government because of what is being presented to the American people. As a result, he said it won't have anything to do with Donald Trump because he will not be here. Well, that's 3 months. He's saying people won't know what to do. Which people? It's like, oof, I just got chills. First of all, he's is showing me again with the same sort of earth shaking. People won't know where to go, like confusion, nothing organized. Talking about the midterms, by the way. The most prominent emotion I feel in the energy as he's showing me these things: frustration, panic, confusion. It's not my energy. As he's showing me this possibility, how do we get from, oh yeah, because I asked anyway. ADHD. As he's showing me this is what I'm feeling in the connection. Also, like, it's the earth moving. So, I was just processing. But, may or may not happen. Yes and no. It'll be chaotic. It'll be crazy. It'll be frustrating and confusing. The midterms. What is the deeper spiritual truth behind the erosion of trust in the government and institutions? He's saying this is an issue as old as time. He said humanity has a way of letting power breed corruption. He said it never changes, and still there's always a chance for it to change. He said it will eventually. And acknowledging that there are those of us who the chances we continue to get is because of those who move in the, I'm going to say move in the light, but move in this world with compassion and, authenticity and wanting to help others, believing that there is an other side to it. That's why we get so many chances outside of who. JC doing what he did for humanity. This is, he's mentioning that. That's very significant. And I'm not trying to connect it to a religion. I'm just saying this idea. If you believe it's just a story, I don't believe it's just, I'm talking about Jesus, guys. But, separating it from organized religion, just that idea is just like, yeah. It's all about power is what I guess he's getting at. Power. Will there be, I've talked about this a lot of times, but I'm going to ask you again. Will there be a significant political upheaval or restructuring of government systems in the coming decade? He said, the answer is yes. Nothing will look the same. And he's saying, you know this. He said in the next 10 years or so, he's saying between 10 and 15 years, the United States government will not look the same. He's saying, though, at its core, it will still have the same structure. He's saying, he's showing me the Constitution, and he's saying this will be at its core, but it will be, hold on, I'm trying to hear. This will be strengthened, not changed. He's saying, interesting. He's saying amendments will be added to strengthen the protection of the Constitution. He's also saying there will always be problems. He said any system is flawed in some way. Interesting. But you have to understand these changes will be for the better. He said in the next decade, between these years, you will have had 2 female presidents. to 10 to 15 years. He said no one will care about that. No one will stop that in the coming decades. I said, will that words? Words are very hard for me today, guys. They're very hard. This will be my last question for Edgar, because I have to move on. I asked, will one of them be Kamala? And he said, yes. He's saying when it is her time, she will. He's saying, yes, as I told you, they will come to her. And again, guys, it's not like 10 years from now. Within that time period, he's saying. Within this time period, meaning from now to then, we would have had 2 female presidents. Interesting. And like he's saying, remember, there's things in between before that happens. There's so much mess in between. There's so much chaos. So it's like the furthest of our worries, or rather, that's not the most important thing, even though it's important for a lot of us, but it's not the most important. That's what I understand now. He's saying all of this will be here. Mess. Till we even get to that point. Okay? Okay, I'm going to move on. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you, other spirit guides. I appreciate your guidance and clarity. I'm going to move on to, what time is it? I've been talking for a long time. Let me drink some water. Okay, I'm going to do the invocation for I think I really only have 1 or 2 questions for her. Okay. So, Yemaya is of the Yoruba and Orisha. She is the mother of oceans, the nurturer of people, and she's a maternal protector and healer. And I said weeks ago that we need healing. That's what's the most important thing I feel we need to speak on. I know we want answers and we want to know when things will happen and, but for me, that's not the most important thing. Knowing everything, but don't think we need to know everything. I certainly don't want to know everything. I think we need healing. So that's why I changed my mind in terms of channeling her instead, because she can offer some insight in regards to the effects, the emotional and spiritual effects of what we are experiencing. This long-standing trauma that has been, this isn't new. This is not new, okay? This is in the fabric of not only America, but also many other countries, what is happening here. But I'm focused on here. So, anyway, she speaks through waves, tides, moon cycles, or emotional downloads. So, and she's highly, when it comes to the divine feminine, she is one of the ones. There's so many ones. So, considering everything, I figured, why not? Let's see what wisdom she could pass on that I could possibly share with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do the invocation. Let me take a deep breath. Let me spray. I was intense talking to Edgar like that. I was very locked in. Okay, so Mother Yemaya, source of the sacred waters, flow through this land, cleanse the political unrest with your healing tides. Guide us to unity beneath the surface storm. Wow. I could hear ocean waves, her voices echoing. She said, hello. And then she said, hello, young child. I feel very emotional. Okay, I'm going to ask my first question. Mother Yemaya, what wounds in the emotional body of this nation are fueling the current political unrest? The wounds for peace has come at a great cost. I feel like I'm about to cry. There has been unrest against peace. Darkness has thrived. and fighting against peace. I'm like tearing. I have tears. Oh my goodness. I can't stop tearing. Like, I feel very sad. Oh goodness. Wow. Mm. There are like very few words. This candle's going out. And I just feel sad. I just feel sadness. I don't feel anything but sadness. Mm. Okay. My next question. Man, I feel like really sad. Candles going out. What role do the divine feminine and sacred waters play in balancing the harsh energies dominating the U.S. leadership of today? She's saying when women speak, and she said all women, if you, it's not about being born as one, but if you even identify as one, there's power in simply speaking. I feel more emotions than I hear words, but she's saying women have moved through space and time with determination and fierceness. And she's showing me different images of women from different cultures. I can't necessarily see their face. I feel them. They're like a shadow, but I could see the outline of them, and they're significant people who fought. They're saying, she's saying, she's saying like women created everything, and I'm about to cry again. Mm-mm-mm. She's saying women created everything, and we're, even though we are going through this just globally alone, in the, not just here, but the divine feminine energy is sort of, she's showing me literally an image of this giant woman holding all of this, like rocking a baby, a child. That's the power. This is not, this isn't forever. She's saying balance will be brought. People will know the power of balance. She's saying those who hold the light will continue to. It is the most important right now. Shouldn't use those exact words, but that's the gist that I'm getting. She's mentioning other, interesting. She's mentioning other gods. Apollo, she keeps saying. Who's that? Apollo. She's referencing it. Is he the god of... Oh, yes. God of the sun. She showed me, she mentioned, I guess she heard it in my head. I was saying, the divine masculine is super aggressive. I touched the wax. And she mentioned him. She mentioned the sun first. I'm sorry if I'm like, I feel very off of sorts suddenly. But she mentioned, she mentioned the sun. She said something about, when she mentioned balance, and she heard me say the divine masculine is very aggressive here, or what you're supposed, and she showed me the sun and said it's very powerful, and then she mentioned him and talking about balance. He's associated with light. Why did you mention him? She said people need to remember what he represents. She said his light can temper these energies, this aggression. She said you will all be okay. She said, do not fear, do not worry. She's showing me the earth rotating. And she's saying there's a new cycle emerging. Okay. I'm gonna disconnect. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Whew. Okay. That was Mother Yemaya. Did not expect to get very, very emotional. It was very, very, very intense, invading my body. The emotion of sadness when I asked the first question. When I asked the second question, I felt empowerment sort of flow through me. I don't have any other words. I need to sort of go process, go breathe. I'm going to end here, guys. I hope this resonated with you. We're going to be okay. That I do know. That I do know. I will see you guys. What is tomorrow? I think I need a break. So you'll see me Thursday for the Q&A, okay? If not, maybe I'll feel okay. Not that I don't feel okay, but I have to not do too much, like I said. So more than likely Thursday you'll see me for the Q&A. I'll make the post tomorrow so you could answer your questions. And like the video, please, if you want. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye-bye.